Hi there. Welcome to this virtual Sunday activity with Hyde Park Art Center. My name is Naomi Martinez. I am an illustrator, painter, zine maker, and doll maker. I'm also a teaching artist. I love showing people how to make all kinds of dolls, from crochet dolls to fabric dolls to paper dolls. I make such art dolls like this that are really fun, and I love sharing this art with people. So today we're going to make a paper doll. This is the sample. So we used a lot of different elements here to create our little movable paper doll. She's got movable arms and legs. I'll show you what supplies you're gonna need. You're gonna need some cardstock paper, something sturdy. Maybe you have some drawing paper, sketch pad that has like a little bit thicker paper than your photocopy paper. If all you have is photocopy paper, that's okay too. You're gonna need construction paper, a magazine, and in this magazine we're going to try to find patterns as well as words, inspirational little images to add to the body of our doll. Other ways that you can find patterns is craft paper patterns. You can make your own pattern, as I did here with black Sharpie, black pen, and construction paper. Gift bags have patterns. We have gift wrapping paper that's got patterns, origami paper, and again your magazine will have patterns. So, but if you don't find any pattern, that's okay. You can draw your pattern on there. All right. We're gonna need a ruler, pencil, and a black pen, black felt pen, black Sharpie pen, or a black marker, needle and thread, glue stick, scissors, tape, masking tape will work too. We just need little tiny pieces. A lid, any jar lid, so you can trace a circle to make your doll head. Okay, so, and colored pencils. Okay, we're gonna start off with our pencil, our cardstock or drawing paper, and your ruler. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna trace our lid. Okay, that's gonna be our doll head. Now on your paper, I want you to leave like an inch from this side and an inch from the top, from whatever side wherever you're gonna put your little. We're gonna try to use all the paper we can that we have. It's okay if you run out of room. Just make sure you have another piece of paper to make your legs and your arms. Okay, so that's a way that I kind of find a way to save paper. And oh, let me show you. This is kind of like what I like to do, so that I use all the paper available. Okay, that's kind of what it's gonna look like. All right, and I'm gonna help you measure everything out here. So let me show you this now. This is what you're gonna need: 2 pieces of this 4" by 5". 2 pieces of this 4.5" by 1". This is the arms, this is the legs. Okay. Now I want you to leave a little room on each side of these because we're going to add a little rounded end. Okay, we're gonna sketch in a little rounded end. So it's gonna look like this. All right. We're gonna add a little rounded edge. That's gonna be like our little hands and feet. All right. So I'm gonna start showing you how to do your head and body. All right. You're gonna, from it, again, an inch from the top, an inch away from this edge. You're going to put down your lid and trace your little head. Lightly with your pencil, okay? So it's gonna look like that. Ta-da! Now, kind of eyeball where the middle is up here and just kind of make a little mark, okay, lightly. On the bottom too, eyeball like where the middle is down here. All right. And then on these two sides too, kind of eyeball like what the middle is here. All right, can you hear me through the paper? And then on this side too, eyeball like where the middle is here. Okay, now what I want you to do is lightly draw a line connecting these. You can use your ruler to make a little straight line, or you can just lightly sketch it in. Okay, so it's gonna look like, let me use my ruler so it looks a bit neat. And then again, lightly, okay? Lightly, because we're gonna erase this, all right? So it's gonna look like that. Then, from here, this mark, I want you to go straight down, again, using your ruler, straight down. You're gonna go about, you're gonna go about 4 inches to 4.5 inches around there. I go 4.5. Because I like to have a lot of room in the body to decorate and stuff. So let's use our ruler to go down from that point down as straight as you can, 4 inches, okay? So it's gonna look like this. All right. Now, let me use my little ruler. About an inch, you're gonna mark an inch away from this line. You're gonna mark on this side and an inch around this and an inch from this side. So like this. You're gonna make a little mark. Whoops, that's the wrong side. Okay, 1 inch from the line on that side and 1 inch from the line on this side. You're gonna make your mark. So this is my mark, 1 inch away from the line, and here's my other mark. Then you're going to kind of figure out where is that. Okay, you're going to make a mark here. So from here, you're going to go up and you're going to make a mark there. Okay. Then what you're going to do, once that's marked, okay, you're going to bring this line down. This is going to be her little shoulder area, or his little shoulder area. Coming all the way down and kind of making it look like a dress. Although it doesn't have to be a dress. So just kind of, this is going to be the body of the doll, okay? So I'm kind of just showing you. And then down here, you're going to make a line straight this way and connect these, okay? I know I'm not doing it perfect right now, but I'm about to sketch right now. So I'm going to try to make it look as even on each side as I can. Okay. And it's okay if it's not perfect. This is your first time doing this. So you're learning. It's okay. And the better you get, you know, the easier it'll get. And right. And I'm working fast here, but you know, take your time, rewind the video, reference back, it's okay. So, all right, this is what the doll's gonna look like, the head and the body. Now, this mark that we made here, we're going to kind of do like a little, kind of like a little aura looking kind of shape that goes around the top of, from this mark to this mark. So you're gonna do like a little aura around. I'll show you what that looks like. Kind of like a little, it looks like a crown. Or like a cute Yeah, cute hairdo. So it kind of looks like that. Okay. Let me erase that extra line I have in there. All right. That's where your hair is going to be glued. Okay. That's where we're going to paste our hair. That's going to be our hair area. So under this hair is this hair. That's where I pasted all of it. Okay. All right. So that's the body and the head. Okay, now remember, we're going to also do these, right? The legs and the arms, all right? And here's the measurements again. The arms and the legs. Now remember, I asked you to please leave some room on the sides because we're gonna do our little rounded edges, okay? So I have some, whoops. I have some that I already drew out, okay? And now I'm gonna add my rounded edges. I'm gonna just sketch them in. And again, just sketching in, not perfect. So it's gonna look, you're gonna do that, all right? You're gonna add those little rounded edges at the ends, all right? On each side. See, it looks like that. And now when I add the little rounded edges, I do this all the time, so this is easy for me, but take your time. And make it look as even as possible. Like, don't have one leg much longer than the other, or one arm much longer than the other. I mean, there's no rules, but if you want them even, you know. So, maybe you want a funky looking doll like that. All right, so you're gonna put your legs and your arms to the side. We're not working on those yet. We're gonna concentrate on working on our little head and body, all right? So now we're gonna draw in the face, all right? We're gonna work on our face, the first thing that we're gonna work on. So, you see how these lines are here, these light lines in here? This is your eye line. This is the line where you're gonna draw the eyes, okay? And then this here is just kind of like showing us like the middle here and where our nose is gonna be. So first, let's draw our eyes. I'm gonna show you how I do that, okay? So I'm gonna sketch in. She's got little closed eyes, see? And I like that. It's kind of like a just serene look, like just kind of she's thinking or she's having happy thoughts or okay. So they kind of look like that. Okay, that's what I do. And then I add little lashes or whatever. This is your sketching part, okay? Then in the middle and just a little bit down, maybe half inch, maybe like a half an inch. Do 3 little loop-de-loos, I like to call them. 3 little loops like that. And that's your nose. And then a little bit further, maybe like about that much further, make a little mark, and that's where you want your lips to be. So first I draw the top like that. Then I connect like that. Then I do the bottom lip like that, okay? Now, the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in with my pen, my black pen or black Sharpie or black marker or black color pencil. The reason I choose black is I want the little eyes to stand out, all right? I want them to stand out, showing everybody little face, and showing her feeling, showing how she's feeling, so people connect with it. A lot of my art is like that. I like to connect. I like to make a connection and emotion with people. Create an emotion. Happiness, sadness, contemplating, thinking. And then go over the little nose, go over the little mouth with your dark marking tool, whichever that may be. Okay? Now we're going to erase those lines that are in there to help us, that helped us sketch all this. We're going to erase that, all right? So get rid of it. That's why I like to do it lightly, because that way it doesn't leave any evidence that it was there. So just erase it, all right? Okay, now we're gonna do the skin. Now, if you don't have a flesh color, here is a nice trick, okay? Start with a yellow, okay? Fill it in with yellow. Fill in your little face with yellow, all right? I have one done already. So fill it up nicely like that, lightly, but filled in, you know? And then you're gonna take your brown, or like a light or a tan or whatever you have, and you're gonna do the shadowing. So you're going to go, I create like a little, this might be covered with the hair, but I like to do it anyway, just to, like the top. See how I'm creating shadow? And just kind of bring it down. Like when you create a shadow and come in, you're kind of adding depth to the face. So you'll see right now. Okay, you're adding a little depth. See? See how this is kind of standing out from this now? Okay, so you're kind of adding. Now do that with the nose. Okay. I'm gonna add a little shadowing under the nose and around it, and then under the eyes, kind of. I will show you right now what I'm doing. And then under the bottom lip, maybe, because it's creating a little bit of shadow, you know, your lip, like the light when it hits, it's creating a little shadow. And your nose, see how I have kind of shadow? So yeah, so that's what I like to do to kind of make the face stand out, like make it more dimensional. All right, so now my favorite thing is making the lips blue. I like blue lips. I like getting fashionable with my little paper dolls. She's got blue lipstick. Then I like to match the lipstick with the eyebrows. I like to make them very fashionable. They're artists. They're funky. They're magical. Being an artist, you know, everything we do is art. Our food, our art, our clothes, our hairdos, everything. We love being artistic and showing our artist mind in everything that we do. Okay, so that's what I like to do. Maybe you have another idea, so go with it. Okay, so oh, and I like freckles. I like doing little freckles, and maybe some blush, little blush, little pink cheeks. I think that's my favorite part, doing the little blush. Maybe a little bit on the nose. So that's our trick for fleshy kind of colors, okay? I know I know we're staying at home safe, so we might not have everything that we need right now. So those are some little tricks. And okay, so now we're gonna work on our dress, or our, you know, our body. So remember our magazine? I found this in my magazine. Okay, I like to find flower shapes, like different shapes that I could use, and cut out shapes and put them in my little body. So I think I'm gonna cut these out here and do something with that. Look at this cute little guy. So just look for images. Again, you know, here's another page that I found on another magazine. I like this little bird. I like to find words that I like to cut out words. See, this one I found a word that said golden. I cut it out, I put it in there. And this will inspire your piece too. Whatever word you find that you think, here's one I found, revolution, beauty. Oh, this one's really cool. Shining mountains, strawberry. So I cut all these words out here. I really like this bird song. Rebel, fierce. I like this, bohemian artist. So find words that can inspire your piece. So I'm gonna cut out this little piece of that I'm liking here. These flowers, these shapes. So find things that are going to say something about your little doll. Words or images. So this even has a little like 62 on there. I don't know, that's the name, that's the page number, but like things like that, you know, that are gonna be unique. So I'm gonna add this to my dress. All right, and she already kind of matches, right? All right, so then just place it wherever you know, you're free to. Maybe I want to do it this way. I think I'm gonna do it that way actually. Okay. And so you use your glue stick to glue all these, you know, whatever you're gonna glue, whatever you're picking to put on your body or dress. All right. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna use, I like this, I like bird song. I'm gonna put this on top of there. Right. And again, take your time looking for what's inspiring you. I'm prepared and moving fast here for this video, but again, you can go at your own pace. All right. Another thing I like to do is, out of the same cardstock or drawing paper I'm using, I like to draw out flowers and cool things with my colored pencils, and then cut them out and then glue them on as well to my whatever I'm decorating. I'm gonna hold on with the flowers because I want to do the hair. So and also you can draw on your dress, so I'm gonna draw some little shapes on here too. Okay, am I still recording? Sometimes it'll stop recording on me due to space or something, but looks like it's going okay. All right, so see, I made some markings with my colored pencil, and you can add more words, or you can, I think I just like birdsong. Oh, I wanted to add this pretty little bird down here, this pink one. I like that. I'm gonna add that in there. So this is the fun part. This is the decorating part. And whatever you're feeling inspired by in these images, go with it. So again, I found this in another magazine, and this is from another magazine, but this says bird song, so I'm gonna add my little bird here. So just connect it all. See? All right, and now I think I'm just gonna color. I'm gonna just color the rest of the dress with some, just fill it in. All right, and maybe some yellow. I love these like fluorescent colors. I have some fluorescent colors here. I'm an artist, so I have like good collection of color pencils, but I think Crayola has some good colors right now. When I was younger, they didn't have as many choices, but now it's really cool. They're coming out with all kinds of different hues. And now what I like to do too is draw in a little collar right under her chin. I think that's really cute. So I like to go with a contrasting color so it'll stand out. Whatever color you have here, if you're using dark colors down here, use a light color for the collar, just so it stands out. Just use a contrasting color, as they call it. Contrasting, so that it stands out. And this one might not be as dark as I wanted. Oh wait, whoops. Okay. I like to do a little collar. I like to get again, I like them to be very fashionable, my little dolls. It's a way to be free with fashion and not have to spend any money. So they're looking really cool. And I didn't have to buy any clothes for them. So again, just be as creative as you want. All right. So there's her little body. All right. Now we're going to do her hair. So I like red hair, but I think for this one I might do blue. So I have this like cool construction paper. I might do blue. Or I do have green too. Ooh, I think green because it's very nature, you know, birds and stuff. Okay, so what I do is I just rip. Make it like, I like that jagged look. And then I just kind of, I want her hair to be kind of like this length too. So I want it kind of short. So I think I'm just going to just rip. Okay, so I want it about that long. And then you do just this. Look, you fold one way, then fold back the other way. Then fold this way, then fold this way, this way. So it looks like an accordion. So that's how I make the little hair. Okay, so I want it about, and then I like it, again, like I said, I like that jagged look. If you want it to look very neat, I you know, that's okay too. And you want to cut them out with your scissors. I like that jagged look. I like for it to look kind of funky like that. I like funky. I like unique. Have unique markings, unique. Sometimes I'll just rip the whole thing and then just fold it all fold the whole long piece. Fold my accordion. And then do that. Okay. So And usually about 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 6 pieces is good to fill up the hair. Okay. So now I have all my little accordion pieces, all right? Then I'm gonna take my glue stick. I'm gonna start filling in. So I like to start at the bottom and work my way up. So I'm gonna show you what I do here. A little bit of glue on each side here. So I put a little bit of glue here and a little bit of glue here. And then I start to kind of fill in. And then just cover that. Okay, and don't worry about how it looks over here yet, okay? All right, then start working. Then I'm gonna put another piece here. Okay. Oh, then just put another piece, okay? Start filling it in. So she's starting to look kind of cool, huh? Now the last piece. Fill that up with glue stick there, right? And this is where I kind of do the little swoop, okay? So I do a little swoop, but then I also put one under here, so she's not like missing hair there. Sometimes you have to put a little bit more. So I moved it over a little more, so I'm gonna glue it over here actually. Whoops. Okay, so there's my little swoop. Whoops, that was a little, it's covering her face too much. Okay, there's my little swoop. Okay, and then remember I'm gonna add down under here too because I don't want her to have a bald spot there. Okay, so there you go. Now I'm gonna give her a little haircut. So I like to kind of look at the back. Okay. And sometimes the ends are too long, so I'll just cut a little bit. Okay. See? And then I like to do like a, I don't know if you could see, this is how I cut the ends so that they have like some kind of layering look, or this is the fun part. Well, they're all fun parts. So yeah, just cut your little ends like that. If you ever dreamed about being a hairstylist, this is the best. Okay, so whoops, there she is. Now if you want to add a little more pieces right here, like glue them under here, you could do that. But yeah, so now I'm gonna cut out my flowers that I drew. Draw some cool flowers or some cool shapes. You can use shapes like this is a skirt, right? But I can cut that out and make something out of it. Or there's another cool pattern here. So, see? Excuse me. So I can actually make some kind of shape out of this. Let me show you what I'm doing here. See how I did that? So now I have like something cool to, I can even add this, I don't know, somewhere. I can put this, look, see, up here, and then put a flower under it. Maybe I'll do that. So again, just go with it. If you see a cool shape or pattern. Okay, now I'm gonna cut one of my flowers out and put it on there. Which one? I don't know. They're all kind of cool. But again, use contrasting colors so that things stand out. So if there's a dark color in the back, use a bright light color that'll stand out against that dark background. Contrasting colors are the key for things to pop. So I'm cutting this little pretty, lovely little flower here. All right. How am I on time? Okay, not doing too bad. All right, so here's my pretty little flower that I'm gonna put on there. And this flower here I got from a pattern, like actually it's a pattern paper, specialty pattern paper that you can get in a pack. And it's like $25 for a pack of this special paper. This, $0. Use your imagination. Okay, so you can do, this is even prettier to tell you the truth because it came from my imagination. It's unique. I did these markings. They're mine. And I love it. So now, with your colored pencils, you can also make markings in the hair. Again, go with it. Go with as many ideas as you have. I'm going to draw some little stars in here. In the little hair. You know, some little spots, some little, she's a fashionista. She's thinks about nature. She recycles and reuses in her art and her fashions. Okay, she's a star. All right, so have your little story, have your little, what is she about, what is she, you know. All right, let's do our legs and our arms. Okay, get all these things out of the way. You know what, I might add this flower somewhere, somehow. All right, let me clean up here. Garbage. Put all these things away. We're done using this stuff. All right. Set things aside that we're done with. Next, what am I using next? My thread, my needle. I'm done with this. Right. Scissors over here. Done with this. So now, remember we measured out our pieces and we added our rounded edges, okay? They should look like this. All right, they should look like this, as even to each other as possible. I lost the other arm. So you can either color them in before you cut them out, or cut them out and color them in. It's up to you. Here I colored them in, and now I'm gonna cut them. Okay. I think that's easier for these thinner pieces because it's kind of tricky to be coloring such thin pieces, but whatever, if you already cut them out, maybe you already cut them out and it's too late, that's okay. But it's just a trick for your next doll. It's easier to just color them and then cut them out. The legs are a different story because we're going to do something else with the legs. It's not just coloring in. But again, you can just color them in. This is if you have pattern paper, that's what I'm doing. So I don't need this guy. Okay. So now you've got your arms colored in, you cut them out. I want you to put a little mark here with a dark color pencil or your pen. Let's do it with the pen. Like about there. Don't put it too close to the edge. Make a little dot, okay? On the side, that's the sleeve, not your little hand. This is my little hand. So where my sleeve is at the top, not too far, not too close to the edge, make a little dot right in the middle and not too close to the edge. Just like that. Just like that. All right? That's where your needle's going to go through so that we can do our jointed arms. And for the legs, look what I did here. This is a little trick I did. So I like to put patterns on my legs, like they're wearing little cute little tights. But again, if you don't have pattern paper, if you can't find a cool pattern paper that you like, you can draw in your own pattern. So I used a pattern I found in a magazine, again. Now the way that you do that is you're going to put it on the paper. You put your piece of leg on the paper and you're going to trace around, okay? You're going to trace around. Am I still recording? Okay. You're going to trace around. Oops. I didn't have enough room. All right, trace around so that it's the same shape as the leg. Okay. And then you're going to cut that out. I'm going to cut out that shape. All right. See? Ta-da! And then I'm going to put it over. I'm going to glue it all the way till maybe about this far. I'm going to put glue. Okay? I'm going to leave this without glue. The bottom of the leg without glue. Because that's where I'm going to draw in my shoe. So just glue. Make a mark of where your shoe is going to start. All right? So my shoe is going to be, first mark where your shoe is going to be. Right? Try to make it as even with the other, okay, as each other. Because I know this one I did ahead of time. All right? You could even color in your shoe at that time if you want to. I guess I might as well do it. But you can do cool little shoes like this too. See how I did, like, I drew in some little Mary Janes, as they call them. And then glue, add glue all the way and stop where the shoe starts. Okay, glue. And I put in my pattern paper. And it's gonna glue, it's gonna stick on all the way so there's no glue. You fold that back, see? You fold that back and you cut it off. Alright, so now I have my little, I'm not gonna worry about the top because that's gonna hide under her. Alright, so now this, you're gonna make a mark too. I'm gonna need to make a mark with a light colored pencil or something. Do the best that you can. I know you won't be able to see this, but or try with my pen. Whatever will show best. There, I'll be able to see it there. So make a mark, not too, I know you can't see it, but not too close to the edge. In the middle here. Make a little dot. That's where your needle, okay. Now on here too, you're gonna make some marks, okay? So that you know where. Oh, and in the back of the legs, you're gonna make a mark too. So again, not too. Probably that's the one you're really gonna look at actually, the back of the leg. So again, not too close to the edge. And in the middle, okay? Now we're gonna make some marks on our body here so we can know where to go in there. So with my pen, so maybe like about there. But again, don't get too close to the edge. Maybe a 1/2 inch from the edge, and maybe like a 1/2 inch from up here, from her chin. Okay, same on this side. All right. And then on the legs too. Now the legs. Yeah, the legs about 1 inch away from each edge, and then not too close to this edge. So I'm gonna put it like right here and right here. You want to be able to move this. If you put them in the back and kind of do a little test run before you do it, make sure that you can move them without blocking. You know what I mean? Because if you put them together, then they're gonna block movement. Put them too close together, so leave some room so that they have room to do the splits. So just, so just think about that when you're putting your, okay, so that's where I marked them. All right, and it's okay, it's your first time doing it. If you didn't do it, Okay, now we're gonna thread our needle. Have an adult help you thread the needle. All right, you're gonna make a big knot down here. A big knot. You're gonna probably have to do it like a few times. I like 5. I like that number because it makes a big knot. Okay. Now we're going to put our little arms and legs. So you're just gonna put your needle through this hole. Okay. Go all the way through. Trying not to knot it up so that it goes all the way through. And then go through the mark that you marked on the body. Right? Now, okay, so I went through. Now tightly put it all the way. Now you're gonna leave about a 2-inch tail, cut it off. You're gonna use your tape. Make sure that your arm is secure on there. Okay. And the back, you're going to tape right into you're gonna tape it right in there. Okay. So now your little arm is able to move. Okay. Just tape it down. Just tape the thread down in the back. All right. Usually what I use are brads. They're called brads. And now when we are able to go out again, you can use a brad. And what the brad does, it's like a little joint. See? Here's another little doll that I made. I'm going to show you all my little paper dolls before this is over. So these are brads. See how and you kind of, just, open them up in the back so they stay down. And then this one has wings. This doesn't even have arms. She's a winged girl. And you can make your legs as long as you want. You can do many things with these paper dolls. Okay, let's get back to our little doll here. Again, so now you're gonna do the same thing for each the leg, each arm. Okay. I want this to stay under an hour. So let me work quickly here. So I showed you how to do that. Right. So all these materials you can find in your home. That's the great thing about this. And everything came from our imagination. And this is a great activity to do with your mom, dad, grandma, sister, brother, cousins. Paper dolls are so fun. I love making them. And I love going to the craft store and finding different things that I can add onto them. I'm going to show you a few of those things that can inspire you to make some really cool dollies. Alright, so now I'm going to do my legs. Okay. Now, again, the brads are a lot more sturdier and they won't... Oh, wait. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. The legs are... The arms go through the front. You thread them in through the front. The legs, you put them behind and you thread from the body. Let me show you. That is something I forgot about. Okay. So the legs, you put the leg in the back and you thread. So you're gonna thread through the body first. And hopefully this stays in there because I already made a hole. Yeah, again, the brads are a lot sturdier. This is very delicate with the thread, but again, like, since we're staying safe at home, these are everyday items you could use. And but once we are able to be out again, you can pick these up at the craft store. Okay, and I'm gonna go in through the body and then through the leg. Again, trying to keep your limbs as even with the other as possible. I know it's not gonna be perfect, but you know, just so that one leg isn't longer than the other or vice. Alright, put it down as tight as possible. And there she is, Birdsong paper doll. So, so yeah, this will move around. You can even put a little stick in the back and like kind of have her dance around. But yes, so keep adding to her. You can, you know, be as creative as possible. Let me show you some of my other paper dolls that I've done. You can also use yarn for hair. Here are the paper dolls that I have done. Different ways you can. So here is different pattern paper I used, cut out and used. This is a very different type of little girl too, where I didn't put hair and I just used flower petals. Stenciling. Here are some paper flowers I picked up at the craft store. Here I use stamps and all kinds of things. This one was just watercolor and drawing. No hair, like a little hoodie. Here's another one. This one was also patterned, different pom-poms. This one is just color pencil and maybe some paper flowers. Another thing I wanted to tell you, they sell this cool stuff called glitter glue. I'm gonna add some glitter to her eyes, like a little bit of course this is not working, but you can use glitter glue to add glitter to the different parts of your little, it dries on like glitter, clear with glitter. You can put it in different spots. I like to put them on the flowers and the hair, so she's got a little sparkle to her. Sometimes here, like in the images, the flowers, and so this will dry on clear and you'll only see the glitter. So again, another thing that you can use to kind of make your little dolly sparkle. All right, and here's like they sell like, you know, paper flowers, glitter, all this fun stuff, stamps. Thank you so much. I hope you had fun. I hope you make a beautiful dolly. Please keep making art, keep creating and bringing joy with your art. My little artists, all of my artists, thank you again, and I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day.